Recently, a lot of people have been interested in Ripple's XRP, but the company's growth is being slowed down by a lawsuit it is still fighting with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. The CEO, Brad Garlinghouse, made the comment about how much Trump supports cryptocurrencies. He said Trump supported cryptocurrency while he was running for office. President-elect Trump has also said that one of the first things he would do if he wins is fire Gary Gensler, who is in charge of the Securities and Exchange Commission and has been very against Bitcoin. In an interview with the BBC, Brad talked about how international cryptocurrency laws are different from the American way. He said that countries like the UK, Switzerland, and Singapore have shown their support for Bitcoin by creating clear regulatory frameworks, drew entrepreneurs, and brought in money. In contrast, the U.S. government has been growing more hostile toward Bitcoin, especially while Vice President Joe Biden was in office. This has caused problems for the business. Brad talked about the current court case between Ripple and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Both the Securities and Exchange Commission and Ripple have different ideas about whether XRP is a security or not. The SEC is appealing the judge's decision from the summer before that XRP is not an asset. However, they are not disputing the decision itself. During his speech, Brad stressed how important it was for the U.S. to have clearer rules. While there is a lot of legal certainty around Bitcoin and XRP, other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum and Solana are still in a gray area. This means that these sectors are having a hard time making progress. There should be clear rules like the ones in the UK or Japan so that the Bitcoin business doesn't have to worry about what will happen in the future. Brad agrees with this. He said it was wrong for the Securities and Exchange Commission, which was led by Gary Gensler, to try to control Bitcoin through enforcement actions instead of making clear rules. He believes that cryptocurrencies should not be considered securities because, unlike traditional securities, they do not give their users ownership or control rights in a way that can only be called speculation. Lawyer Jeremy Hogan believes that the Ripple case will be over soon. Still, this point of view is affected by the view of a former lawyer for the Securities and Exchange Commission who has been opposing anyone who supports Bitcoin. The dispute over cryptocurrency has also come to an end, according to analyst John Reed Stark. A lot of people think that the Ripple case will happen, and it is expected that the cases will be settled. It is expected that the ruling about the appeal in the case of SEC vs. Ripple will not be made public until 2026. The fight against crypto is likely to go on because this is strong and convincing, and it is believed that it will. This is because the United States just had its presidential election, as a result of which Trump was elected president and his government is very friendly toward Bitcoin. It is expected that the next government will put pressure on both people who support and people who resist cryptocurrency. This could lead to legal action being taken against Ripple and Coinbase. Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, recently wrote a piece in which he asked President Trump to fire Guinness right away starting on the first day. Besides that, he said there are strong reasons why Trump might forget about Guinness. A lawyer from the XRP community named James Murphy said that Trump has strong reasons to fire Guinness. Murphy worked closely with Dion Dayton during the race for the Senate. In another article, it was revealed that before he was re-elected, Trump had a direct talk with Stuart Alderati, the chief legal officer of Ripple. In that conversation, Trump thanked both campaigns for a very close race and for energizing the Democratic Party's processes. President Trump said in his speech that cryptocurrency was a big policy issue and that the United States should become the crypto capital of the world. He also called for quick action to end the method of regulation by enforcement. From what we can see now, Trump has made it clear that the Republican Party as a whole is now more in favor of crypto than ever before. If you compare him to the government that came before him, he has changed everything. Things have changed since more than 10 years ago, so this shouldn't be a surprise. John Reed Stark, who used to work as an attorney for the Securities and Exchange Commission, has also said that he thinks the Ripple case will be over and that the fight against cryptocurrencies will go on. John Reed Stark, who is a strong supporter of the Securities and Exchange Commission, has fought against Ripple's claims in the SEC vs. Ripple case. He held a space event on X and said that he thought the problem was solved. Along with that, he has said that the fight against cryptocurrency is over. Chief Legal Officer of Coinbase Stuart Alderati said that the people have spoken. He shared Stark's tweet again. He also said that the new head of the Securities and Exchange Commission will get rid of them using the agency's own procedures. Paul Graywell, the Chief Legal Officer of Coinbase, shared Stark's comment and said, "This is an example of objective thinking in action." A lawyer named Jeremy Hogan also thought a lot of this information was strong, especially the idea that Ripple's case would be the last one and there would not be a full appeals process. In his piece, lawyer Hogan talks about a lot of different topics. including what will happen with the Ripple vs. SEC and Coinbase case in the future. Stark believes that Jinlin will most likely step down before January 20th because there is a lot of history behind this. On his last day as head of the Securities and Exchange Commission, he sued Ripple, which was an attack on all of us who own XRP. It's likely that he'll be away making a big movie about celebrating, or he might be opening another bottle of XRP wine to use on rare occasions. Should Stark not be able to do it, it would be strange if he failed to do that again. We'll just have to wait and see how things go. It's possible that Trump will try to fire him. To sum up, John Reed Stark has been fighting against the reasons that Ripple has given in the SEC case against Ripple. He admitted that the people who are against crypto have lost the battle. He has shown that he is sure that the current situation has been fixed and that the surviving members of the Bitcoin community will be safe by taking part in many events and conversations, including a space event on X. John Reed Stark, the new head of the Securities and Exchange Commission, has told all Bitcoin cases that don't involve fraud to be thrown out. Attorney Hogan says that this is the most likely thing that will happen. Additionally, it was created by someone who had worked for the SEC before and was against cryptocurrencies. The lawsuit team looks at each case very carefully and tells the client whether to settle or throw out each one. After all of these suggestions are made, they are given to the judges, who then decide whether to go to court or not. No matter how hard the Democrats who are still on the commissioners try to vote against cryptocurrency, they will lose because the votes are expected to be 3-2 in favor of cryptocurrency. In simple terms, this win is great for Bitcoin in general. You could also settle the lawsuit or any other matter that has already been decided for the $1,200 or $25 that was given in the ruling. It would be tough for you if you agreed to settle for less than what the court had already ordered.